So, good evening. This is Paul. We're here at Exotics Racing in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here with Tami, and pronounce your last name for me. Bibbins, that's right. 'Cause we've got L's and S's that we don't need over here. We're in the Lamborghini Gallardo, the LP550 today. Going to be doing 7 laps. Does that sound right?
Yes.
All right, so Tami, what are we looking to do in this car today?
I just want to not wreck it.
I want the same thing. What a coincidence.
How's that sound?
But we're going to go fast while we're trying not to wreck, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't get out of bed to go slow today, just so you know.
No, guys are.
I know. We're all the same. Typical guy.
Yes.
Yeah, so when we get on the track, it's dark, so things change a little bit. Normally what would be orange cones now should be a flashing beacon. That lets us know it's time to start braking. Okay. And I'll go ahead and, because it's dark, I'll just call out all the braking cones, all the turn-in cones. That way, since we won't be able to see it visually. Okay. So yeah, when we get to the flashing, we're going to brake, a good firm brake pedal on a straight line until we get to our first green cone or solid light. That's going to be our turn-in. So we're going to ease off that brake, turn in nice and smooth down to our apex, usually giving it just a little bit of throttle. Keeps that car balanced as we get down to the apex cone. Once we hit that apex, we're going to start unwinding our steering wheel, start squeezing on the throttle. Okay. Yep, so we're not going to let the wheel go. We're just actually going to drive out of it. Okay. And as we're doing that, squeezing back on the throttle, helping us get to that exit cone. Okay. We race down to the next corner, we do it all over again. Okay. Sounds nice and easy, right?
It does, yes.
Okay. Sure. I'll watch the mirrors, so you don't have to worry about anything happening behind us. If I see a faster car coming, I'll let you know. We'll slide out of their way, we'll back off the throttle just a little bit. At that point, my hand comes on the steering wheel with yours, and I turn our hazards on. Lets the car behind us know that we're okay to be passed. Okay. Same rule applies if we're the faster car, we need to pass somebody that's slower. We get behind them, wait till we see their hazards come on. My hand comes back on the wheel as we drive around them. When we're clear, I take my hand back, we go right back to racing once again. Okay. All right, do you have any questions for me about the car? Or the racetrack, for that matter?
Not yet.
Okay.
Can I ask questions when I'm driving?
Yes, you can. If they come up, definitely ask. I will be here the whole time. If for some reason I fall out of the car, please stop and pick me up.
Hit the brake?
Yeah. Not saying that you're going to be a bad driver, but you never know. Right?
If you jump out of the car, that can be something.
Right. Yeah, if it gets that bad and I bail, just go ahead and pull on in because it's over.
It's bad. It's bad news.
We talked about the shifter, so you're going to be okay with those. Again, right hand up shift, left hand down shift.
Downshift and reverse is going to be this side too, right? Which way's reverse?
You'll never have to go in reverse.
Oh, I'm going to go straight.
We use straight line everything.
Okay.
All right. So if you have no other questions, with your foot on the brake, go ahead and upshift one time. That puts the car into first gear. We're in manual mode, so you'll begin control. Okay. If you're ready, we'll pull out nice and easy and head toward the left. And same thing, we're just going to go over to the left here.
We're going to wait.
Yeah, we're actually going to pull up to that speed limit sign. And we are clear. So if you're ready, we're just going to pull straight to that flashing light right there. Upshift one time. And as we get there, we're going to start heading over to the left. Upshift one more time. Aiming for the solid beacon straight ahead.
Solid beacon straight ahead. This one?
That one right there. So we're going to stay wide. As we get to this one, we're going to start rolling into the corner, nice and tight to our apexes over here on the right. Once we hit that apex, we're going to start squeezing hard on that throttle. Once we're straight, foot on the floor, let's go fast. Keep going. And upshift.
Am I braking zone?
Yep, the flashing light's here.
Okay.
So we'll brake a little bit here, downshift with your left hand. Off the brake as we turn in, nice and tight down to our apexes here on the right. Keep turning, and now we're getting back on the throttle. We're unwinding out toward the green exit cone. And we're going to let one car passes on the inside. Okay. We pulled out a little bit ahead of him, and we're clear. So a little bit of brake. We're going to be off the brake. We turn in, just following his line, nice and tight to our apex, and getting back on the throttle, coming over to the right side of the track. Wait till we get to our green, and now we're going to turn in this way, nice and tight to our apex up here on the left, and getting back on the throttle as we come out.
That's a weird turn, huh?
It is very weird. Even in the daytime, it's very funny.
Yeah.
So we're going to brake here, downshift with your left hand, and we're going to turn in, nice and tight. Keep turning, and back on the throttle. Let's get hard on the throttle, coming over to the right side. So a little bit of brake, and then we'll turn in, we get back on the throttle. And we'll stay in third gear too. We won't need to shift going into
Gear
that.
am I in?
We're in third right now.
Okay.
So wait for the green cone, and now we're turning in. And once we hit the apex, we're going to unwind out, squeezing on that throttle. We're going to let another car pass us.
Okay.
He'll just go right around the inside. And we're clear. Yes. Now see if we can catch him. All right, braking here. Uh-oh. Yeah, we don't want to downshift.
Don't shift.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't brake.
And turn in.
Turn in, turn in,
So
turn in, turn in.
and getting back on the throttle, unwinding out,
That
and hard on that throttle now.
Braking.
Yep, braking here, staying in this gear. Keep.
Over this
Now
way.
off the brake, turn in. Yeah, we want to stay wide,
Off the
waiting for that
brake.
turn-in cone.
Don't turn, don't
Back on the throttle to the right side now. Wait for that cone, and we turn in this way.
Thanks.
And we're getting back on the throttle, hard on the throttle to our flashing lights. And staying wide, a little bit of brake. Turn in, tight, tight, tight. And right back on the throttle, hard on the throttle, coming over to the right side. Waiting for the flashing light here, and now we turn in. And we can get back on the throttle, aiming straight for the solid cone.
Solid cone?
Yeah,
That one
remember,
over there.
stay wide. Yeah, this one right here. And now we turn in.
Okay.
And once we get to that apex, we squeeze hard on the throttle. Hard, hard, hard. We'll go fast now. Upshift.
Wait, that's my windshield wipers.
That's all right. Staying on this side. And we'll let one car pass because we missed that shift.
Dang it, sorry.
That's okay. So a little bit of brake here. A little bit more brake. And we're going to stay wide as he comes around.
Adjust here.
That's all right. And once we're clear, we jump in right behind him. See if we can catch him. Brake here, yep. Downshift one, off the brake, we turn in, keep turning, and right back on the throttle. Over to this right side, little bit of brake, off the brake, we turn in, tight over here on the left, and back on the throttle, hard on the throttle. All right, braking straight, a little more brake, now off the brake, turn in. So keep turning, and right back on the throttle, hard on the throttle. Back over to the right side, just following his line. Little bit of brake, off the brake, turn in, get back on the throttle. Stay wide, wait for that green cone.
Sorry.
That's right, now turn in. Keep turning and back on the throttle, hard on the throttle. Upshift.
Sorry, I
That's
guess I
okay.
keep my foot on the gas,
Yep,
right?
keep your foot on the gas, just pull it and let go, and it'll do all the work. So we're gonna brake here, downshift with your left hand. Off the brake, we turn in. Keep turning down to our apex and getting right back on the throttle, hard on the throttle coming out. And braking here, more brake. Now ease off the brake, turn in. Tight though, turn tight, tight. And back on the throttle, hard on the throttle. Over to the right side, we're gonna tap the brake. Off the brake, turn in, tight to our left toe, way tight. And back on the throttle, hard coming out. Aiming for the corner. A little bit of brake here. Off the brake, we turn in. Keep turning nice and tight way over here, and right back on the throttle, hard on the throttle. Coming over to the right side of the track. A little bit of brake. Turn in. Back on the throttle.
Back on the throttle.
Stay wide though.
Okay.
And now turn in. Tight to our apex over here on the right. And back on the throttle, hard coming out. Upshift. Back on the throttle. Braking here. Downshift with your left. Off the brake, we turn in. Keep turning, nice and tight. Right back on the throttle. Alright, braking here. Wait for the green cone. Off the brake, turn in. Back on the throttle. Green, turn into the left. Alright, wait for the green cone. Off the brake, turn in. Nice and tight, keep turning, Back on the throttle. Back over this side. Green, turn in here. Now start turning in. Once we get to that apex, right back on the floor. Hard on it. Upshift.
Those two windshield wipers.
Alright, brake here, downshift with your left hand. Off the brake, we turn in. Keep turning, nice and tight. Back on that throttle, hard on the throttle. Alright, braking here. A little bit more brake. Now off the brake, turn in. Keep turning, back on the throttle. Wait for the go, and turn in tight to the left, tight to the left. Back on the throttle, hard, coming out. Alright, a little bit of brake. Now we get off the brake as we turn in. Nice and tight. Keep turning, keep turning. Back on the throttle, hard, coming out. Hard on the throttle. Over to the right side. A little bit of brake here. Turn in. Keep turning. Now straight through. Stay wide. And now we turn in. A little bit tighter. And hard on the throttle, coming out. Upshift. See, you're ready for it that time.
I did it.
Alright, so a little bit of brake, downshift with your left hand. And we get off the brake as we turn in. Keep turning, a little bit of throttle, and then hard on the throttle coming out. Alright, so we're going to brake here, a little bit more brake, then we get off the brake as we turn in. Nice and tight, right back on the throttle, hard on the throttle, over to the right side.
This is the turn I don't like.
This is because you can't see. It's a little bit tighter, and back on the throttle hard coming out. Alright, so we're going to brake straight, ease off the brake, turn in. A little bit tighter, keep turning, back on the throttle, hard on the throttle. A little bit of brake, turn in, back on the throttle, go straight through, stay wide. Now we're turning. Keep turning, back on the throttle hard. Upshift. And keep going, all the way up to the orange cones. And braking here, downshift with your left hand. We're easing off the brake, turn in. Keep turning, a little more, back on the throttle, hard coming out. Braking here, and we're going to let one car go by, so we're going to stay on the outside, and he'll go right on the inside of us. And we're right back on it. And we turn in this way. Keep turning, and back on the throttle hard. And that was our last lap.
That's okay. That's good. That was awesome. Thank
Are you
so
tired?
much.
Alright, so we're just going to follow him off, just right past this yellow cone. We'll slide right off the track.
Right here.
Yep. And it's right back into the pit.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So
I know, it's
what'd you think?
I'll do better next time.
No, it wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. You know, I mean, first time, obviously, it's something that you're not used to doing, in a car you're not used to driving, in a style that you're not used to driving it. So you have everything going against you.
Yes.
But you know, every lap we were getting a little bit faster, which is good. That means you were getting more comfortable with the car, more comfortable with the speed. And so the more laps you do, it's just the easier it is to go faster. So we'll just follow all the way down. We'll just follow this car actually right, we'll park right next to it, I'm sure. Yeah, so you know, I think you're doing everything right. You know, really waiting to, try and wait for that green cone to turn in makes it so much easier.
I do the same thing when I play Forza. I'm terrible at it.
Well, at least you could admit it. So we'll go ahead and turn in right here to the number 19 spot. Yeah, as long as you could admit that you made the mistakes, and if you catch it, that's the important thing, because once you catch it, you know that you need to correct it, and in your mind, you know. So both handles together, that puts it into neutral, and you can crank the wheel all the way to the right for me.
All the way to the right?
Yeah. I'll set that.
That's not my right. It would be that way.
That's okay. Either way, what it does is it just prevents it from running. So, do you have any questions about anything that we did, or
I don't. It was
anything that we could have done differently?
No.
That's all that matters. As long as you had a good time,
Thank you so
that's
much.
what we're here for. You're very
I'm sure
welcome.
my boyfriend went twice as fast as me, but
Well, that's okay. I'm sure we had twice as much fun though,
he
right?
drives a race car, so we did
so
much better time.
he had an unfair advantage.
Yes, he does.
All right, so I'll turn the camera off.
Okay.
We'll go back inside and figure out what we're
I'm
going to
gonna
do
actually
next.
take this off.
Yeah, absolutely.